Hello everybody all over the world. Hello fellow engineers. I am an engineer today and it's very hard to see with these glasses because they're so dark. So that's why it took a bit to get started. But hey, it's the Frontier Justice episode. The weapon that has been in the game since the Engineer update first came out ages ago. And it has some pros and cons, so let's go and have a look at them, shall we? Like we did last time. I hope I can't even see the mouse. This is great. I'm gonna have to take these glasses off because I can't actually see anything. What? Hold on. Where's the mouse? Wait. There it is. All right, so can you guys even see? I can't, like in the capture, I can't even see the letters. That's how muddy this is. But basically, this is the Frontier Justice thing, and it's pretty good. However, the pros and the cons are a bit different. There's actually more cons than there is pros, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So first we have the pros, which of course is guaranteed crits, which is 180 damage point blank, meaning you can 3-shot a fully healed heavy with the entire clip. However, and then you can also have 35 of those if you get that many. So that's a lot of crits. However, the downside is that you have only 3 in the clip. It's reliant on your sentry doing stuff. You have no random crits, and it also doesn't carry over if you're dead or if it happens when you're dead. So that's kind of the pros and cons for this weapon. All right, so basically what this means is that there is an event that needs to happen in order for this weapon to be good, and even then, it might not be the best. So I can see 2 scenarios where this weapon is good. One is where you go Gunslinger Engineer and you get 1 or 2 kills or assists with it, and then you use the crits, and then you do something where you get a pick. Or something like that. It's not that reliable. Or it's a kind of a last stand defense, like you use this on last when there's no further back to fall onto on defense map or 5CP maps, where the goal is to have your sentry soak up a lot of damage, and when it finally goes down, you use the crits to clean up whatever is left. Those are like the 2 ideal scenarios. All right, so, but there's one thing that's pretty bad here. I'm gonna have to take these off for a second. I can actually see. This is great. Cool. Anyway, if you look at the walls here, this is what I found my sentries out of bullets. So if I want crits, bam, 35, maxed out. Here's the heavy. You can 2-shot him, or you can 1-shot anyone else except the soldier, because of the health. So here you have the fixed spray, and here you have the random spray. So let's look at the fixed spray first. Pretty darn consistent. However, if we turn the spread off, this is what it's like in pubs. You can see that the spread is a bit more all over the place. However, you have a chance for it to be more more centered and also more scattered, while the competitive one adds just a very stable shot. So if you're using this, you can see you can get 144 and 162. Okay, am I using... It's off, so yeah, I can see we get a bit, because there's no, you see we're getting a bit different results here from the same distance. Let's see if we shoot the soldier. 162, 180, 162, depends on the pellets. 126. So you can see, like, the downside is actually where you have the spray, especially on pubs, where you have sometimes you will hit a good spray or sometimes you don't. So that's it. So we're going to take a look at that today. Of course, the topic was that you had to get, or you had to use the crits. Because what happens a lot of times is that you use this, and then you die. And you die with all your crits. So that's pretty much the downside to it. So let's go into the first demo. And in order to start strong, it is me having to do this on a pub. So... you can use this both on offense and on defense, but I would say defensive last hold. I would say the Frontier Justice could be good. However, the fact that you have to counter your sentry going down is actually a bit risky. So here I am, and I'm using the Wrangler. I forgot that I was not using the pistol. And here we have a good example of not moving forward and just standing in spawn and shooting. Get going! Oh. Perfect. Send that shit to myself because that was good. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, this is the real demo of when I'm not yelling at my team internally. So we're gonna keep the fail going. All right, so this is Borneo. Luckily here, I'm just gonna do a little quick setup. I have teammates upgrading my teleporter. It saves me for a lot of work, so be sure to do that. If you're playing a class that requires no prep. Allows me to get all the buildings up and running. And this is a situation that a lot of people have probably been in. So, right now I think I'm using, I don't remember which, yeah, I'm using the pistol because I want to have like the reliant damage. So this is also pretty useful, like a little engineer trick. You'll see that in a little bit. So now we're just waiting for the enemy team to attack here, and I'm not going anywhere. Of course, you use the sentry as a spotter. I'm not really using the Wrangler because I want to have an extension of myself. And you see, like, the sentry gets a kill, right? But there's actually no kill here, but we can see the kill here. That means it's a Deadringer spy. So that's why I'm being extra careful. So I know that the spy's around here, but I do have pyros. And now we're getting a couple of kills, getting some revenge crits. And if this thing goes down, we will have the crits that we so desperately need in order to utilize this weapon. So we're still just staying here. And I've seen some engineers do this, where a push happens and then the push kind of gets solved, and then they just destroy their own sentry like that just to get the crits. Now I have 8, and then they just rebuild the sentry. And with the Jag, which builds faster, this is definitely a viable strategy. So here I am, just like building that gun. Here we go, build. Spy comes in, saps it. Okay, random crit, and I died with my revenge crits. So having that gun, despite not using it at all, it's not really that good, and I'm about to lose my headset. It's about to fall off of my head. So that was usually the fail portion. I mean, that was the reason why I didn't want you guys to send me where you died with a lot of crits and weren't able to use any of them, because I knew I were gonna do that, so I saved you guys the trouble. So this is gonna be King Jensen, probably a Danish guy. I don't know, just making an assumption here. And he is using the Frontier Justice, Gunslinger, and some other weapon, probably. So he gets off a nice kill already. He has this. So of course with the Gunslinger and the Payload, you can just build mini sentries. And this is what I mentioned earlier, where you have the mini sentries on offense and they get like 1 kill, you destroy them, and then you get the crits, and you kind of just go for a pick or something like a mini push. It's not like a cleanup crew that you can do. So here he is. He's just going back and forth, looking for his team to move forward. And for the love of God, don't! Why are you running back, you coward? The front's that way, you idiot. Anyway, I'm just mad against players who are on the attacking team and run the opposite way. And he hits him for 18. 18 whole damage. It was enough to kill him, but 18 is not a lot, and that is a spread, the downside that it actually has. A very variable spread, and then of course he dies. But he fulfilled the task, which was to just use the weapon and use the crits and that stuff. So of course it's an engineer episode and it's gonna take forever to do. But regardless, we're gonna watch Lion King here, who decides to put the duel on alt, which I have to unbind alt. There we go, so I don't have that. Even though with purge demos, it still activates. So there we go. He's gonna build here, and he's gonna be very peculiar with how he uses his crits. So this is his loadout. Very fancy engineer indeed. He's gonna be working on that dispenser. He's also playing with some other guys. Amadeus is one of them. Probably Nurse is also there. So he just has his level 1. He's not gonna care about that. He's going for the pistol defense. And this has some strategy to it. So just hanging out here on steel. Not too much going on. And he's just gonna patrol over here, and we see that the majority of the blue team went to B, and they all died. And we have a sentry farm here as well, and we have the flying scout of dreams up in the corner, having his dreams crushed. And you can see his sentry is now probably shooting at stuff, and there we go, the first 2 crits, because you get 2 per kill and 1 per assist. And now he has 2 crits, and he's gonna rebuild it immediately, just gonna go for that level 1. Going back, his dispenser is still up, providing some heal and ammo for his team. And look at this, he's being so careful of who to shoot. He's looking for the medic, like the scout's not interesting. Switches to the pistol, goes back, switches again. And then he sees the medic. Alright, so he's gonna reload. Not gonna overextend because there's a sniper down there. He might get the pick, and we're kind of vulnerable right now. So he just goes for it, goes for the 1 hit on the scout regardless. Sees the medic, and gets him! 126, good thing that medic was hurt. Otherwise that wouldn't have gone well. So he destroys his gun instantly. So you can have binds, right? If you bind, like, I have my M wheel down. And then you have, of course, mouse 3, which is the mouse wheel. I have that for build 2. It also works for destroy. So if you have destroy 2, that is the sentry. It saves you for some additional clicks and allows you to build very quickly, like we've seen Lion King do here, which is pretty good. I like this. Of course, Uber coming out against the one scout, and he just shoots him in the face with a pistol. And he's trying not to waste the crits. He's being very peculiar with these, so he kills that scout once again with the crits. Pretty good. And there's a fly on my microphone that's having a lot of fun right now, so it's not cool. Just in case, like, I'm not sure where he got there. Why am I saying this? It's not important. We got cool shit happening on the screen. We got Lion King here, racking up the kills. The blue team attacks one at a time by themselves, and keep dying over and over and over. And now we lost this dispenser, so he's just gonna camp here by this ammo respawn kit. Page forward. There we go, and instantly rebuild it on the ammo kit. Then have it destroyed, but his sentry getting a lot of kills, and now he has the revenge crits to actually clean up the push. We've seen he's just gonna have to keep on repairing, going over there. They did capture, so now he's here. And building a dispenser next to the other one because faster heals and stuff. So let's add some more tanky nature. He's gonna build a sentry right next to the other one. There you go. If you're looking in the chat, you should pay attention to what has been said. Go. Repairing. He hasn't really used the 13 crits that he now has. Could use them, but he's opting to just... Oh! And that's a hacker that just joined. So there we go, hacker ruining the game, but luckily we got to see that he was being very particular about who he killed, who he shot. However, he wasn't pressured all that much. Which allowed him to do so. I mean, if you're an engineer and you have the revenge crits and you're being pressured, it's something completely different. Alright, so this is Lion King again on Harvest, showing in a cool little position. He had a Frontier game, but that was very long and I hate the map, so I'm not going to show it. It's Harvest, a map that is bad, but it's like doable. I'll survive playing this map. I'm not going to tear my eyes out. This is a cool little spot you can do to farm these crits, especially keep in mind that level 1 sentries deal more damage than mini sentries. Even though they shoot slower, they do more damage per bullet, so they will hurt people if they peek more. So then he gets it to level 2, of course, which is a lot better than, it's slightly almost as good as a level 3, minus the rockets. And here we go, picking up 3 kills already. And he can just stay there. 4 kills. That's 8 crits there. That's a lot of crits. Then he goes and does more engineer stuff. They are holding the point, and of course the enemy team is going to go and just keep running out that door one at a time, not telling anyone on their team that there is a sentry there, so people will go and die and die and die over and over and over again. But then one guy learned that it was there, and he went spy and he zapped it, and now he has 10 revenge crits that he can now use as his own leisure to clean up whatever the enemy team is deciding to do, which is to attack the point, and he goes, nope, not going to go there, just going to bide his time, wait a little bit, and miss the shot, and do a 90 from that damage. It's a lot more than the normal shotgun could ever do. And there you go. Keep in mind also, because lower clip means you have to reload a lot more, which means the downtime is important. So there we go. He's just looking around for some dudes, taking out the pyro. Somebody's sapping all his stuff. Gun hasn't gotten a single kill. And get the spy eventually, maybe? A bit unlucky there. I'm gonna rebuild. Still holding. I've held it for about 3 minutes. Not a whole lot of pressure coming out of the enemy team, because keep in mind, anything is good against bad players. But so far he's been utilizing these unlocks to great effect here, with some smart sentry placement, as well as not being able to kill that spy with 4 crits. Because that's the other thing, you actually have to land shots with the gun in order for them to do the crits. I mean, if you miss, it's useless, because you're useless. Anyway, this is going to be Mad Moon King, and he's going to be using the Wrangler, which is a sentry enhancing weapon, which is an odd choice, but I can understand it because both the sentry and the rescue ranger are sentry enhancing weapons, while as the Frontier Justice is like, well, if my sentry explodes, I will have something to do with it if my sentry has been performing well. So going this, you're very much banking on being able to kill your opponents in 3 shots or less. And you can do that if you're good at zoning and working with your team, then this is absolutely workable. However, you do have half the output capacity of doing damage, which is why I prefer the regular shotgun, because it's not so much pressure. Because I found myself often in situations where like, oh, I need to hit this crit, and then you just miss. And then when you don't have the shotgun, you don't really have that pressure. So he's just still pushing the cart. He hasn't gotten a single crit or something like that yet. It's because this gun hasn't really been shooting at anyone. This is the only time he does, so he has 1 revenge crit right now if he destroys his mini, which he's gonna do, and he spends some more time. And this is here where we see the effectiveness of actually having this bound to a key. That saves you like bringing up the menu and stuff like this. So if you're gonna do engineer, and if you're an engineer main and you don't have like binds for destroying, at least I would say destroying and building sentries at least, and a bind for the build dispenser, then you should do that because you are wasting time. Then he hits a whopping, I don't know, he hit a single pellet. And then he died to a demo. So it can work, but you're really banking on that Wrangler, and also that time his Wrangler didn't actually do very much, so he would have been better off selecting something else. Great. So here we go. And we have our friend Cokelbag is going to be using a loadout that I like. Of course, it's the short circuit combined with this. So that means you're going to build a sentry, prevented from taking any explosive damage if you can land this. And then do that. So this is, of course, Nucleus. He's going to be just hanging out here, grabbing ammo packs, destroying buildings. He hasn't gotten any crits yet. That's because his gun hasn't fired anything. So he's going to set up a little base here. Sneak around and nope, this guy to death. Destroyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 got destroyed by the no fun weapon, the short circuit. So, like with all other weapons that have this like crit store mechanic, you gotta use them when you have them. And right now he has a couple, and he's not being pressured, and he has sufficient metal, so he's pretty sure right now he would. Oh, he's just gonna bother this soldier some more. Let him destroy the sentry and then kill him immediately with a couple of long-range snipes. So now he has 1 bullet left, and nobody has captured the point yet because Lord knows Cokelbag is busy. He's like, well, snipers usually hang out here, right? Yep, there's one. Boop, bye-bye. And then, okay, I used it, so fine. I don't feel pressured anymore. So there you go, going back here, just hanging out with his gun, repairing, and now finally, just kidding, almost captured the point. Sure why he kept noping in the pyro. That's because probably was out of bullets in the Frontier Justice. Still hanging out, repairing, checking for spies. Enemy team being absolutely worthless. There's the spy. Kill him. Oh, pyro. Wait, gotta reload. And luckily, he died to heart attack. And now we got 3 random crits. Fuck, we wasted 1. Alright, so next one, and we missed, and we missed all of them. In fact, all of them missed. And then we almost died to the pan from Palm. Still hanging out here. This is a good little little defense spot you can do. Like the pyros and stuff will be focused on that. And fuck! Shit! Punch him! Punch him! Yeah! Nice. Alright, dispenser down. So it's not like all weapons. It's not good if you miss every target. Regardless, he's been holding on for quite a while, and there you go. Just move forward here, gonna punch the sniper and punch the spy. With no revenge crits going back. And you can also jump across these. That's just pretty nice. I don't think I've ever done that. And now his sentry's down, and oh, get it for 54 and miss and miss. Okay, so we hit him for actually less than we would with a regular shotgun. So in that position, if we don't hit the spray right, it might not be that great. And then he's gonna... So this is why having the bind key is very useful for situations like that. For when you're running the gunslinger, you want to just poop out as many of those little fuckers as you possibly can. So if you're in a position like that, you should just be like a 2-button click, like hit the button for build, and then hit it, and then just run. It's basically 100 health that they have to take care of when chasing you. So next up is going to be Amadeus here, and he's going to be doing offensive engineer as well with the gunslinger, Frontier Justice, and I forget the secondary. Maybe it's the pistol. Thinking it's the pistol. Start off by dominating a guy. Oh, it'll short circuit. Yeah, he's just going to nope his way to victory. Nope, nope, nope. No fun for you. And he works pretty well. He's saved his team for some damage. Put this up on the high ground. It's going to help it build a little bit faster, and you can see this works pretty good. And now he has a couple of revenge crits, and if you have them, you should use them. Still just waiting to move forward here. Spy-sapping dispenser. Does he care? Nope. Don't care. Going to be removing all the sticky traps. Still taking damage, though he won't be able to remove everything. Then the medic has 100% Uber, and we have 2 crits. I'll get the demo. Oh, we're out of crits. All right, with this, so then he just walks past everyone, and then they get distracted by the medic, who made a very good sacrifice, and then he is behind them, and then he builds a teleporter. So now he's on the flank actually with a revenge crit, and the enemy spawn is right below, so he's gonna go and put this here. And he's gonna be, alright, I see an opening. So, the medic has taken damage. There's no point in shooting him, he is very busy. But this demo here is proving to be a lot more of a troublemaker, so we're gonna go in and kill him. 2 shots. Then the medic's gonna chase us. And we just punch him, dominating him. And this is a good place where you would just put down a mini sentry, because he does that there. Nice work. He has it on a bind, you can see how quickly that was. And then, yeah, there's a little flanky action allowing them to get a pick of a demo that probably was sort of stopping their push, so well in there. And then it's back to noping. And of course, keep in mind the teleporter that he built. So he's going to build is there. And now he's through here, and we now have a working teleporter to the front where they need to be. It's actually in front of the cart, which is really, really good. So, nice little flanking action. I like that stuff when a medic sacrifices and it pays off, sort of. I'm just gonna move it. We're gonna go forward towards the end push of this, which is pretty good. So just gonna keep on open. I mean, if you don't want to take any damage, just right click. It's not. It doesn't work against bullets yet, though. That's in the next patch. Then the engineer gets a bullet shield, because that's fair for us. So now we have potential damage we can do. It's gonna move the teleporter. Not gonna destroy it. It's gonna build faster. It's gonna go for this area over here, and yep, there we go. And of course, it's going to build a sentry for protection and a dispenser for support. Now back to engineer work. There isn't really too much to use. Just look out for spies. That guy, he died. So then, which building are you going to say? Well, dispenser, I guess. Allows you to build everything later, and we can run back to spawn at another time. So here we go. The forward dispenser with the attack. Here we go. Nice. This one is going up. Probably will be able to get a couple of assists. Yeah, it's gotten 1, so it has served its purpose. We now can pick. We are now a pick class, and we're gonna pick on. Fuck. We're gonna miss the pyro actually. Shit. A bit of a downside. So we only have 3 in the clip. Would have been better with like Widowmaker or something like this. Would have been very good in this position. Just put this. It doesn't matter. They're gonna put it in. Push it in the hole, and then they win. Great, good stuff by Amadeus. Nice. Next up is Knez, who showed me in a draft for the new HiGPS site that came out of nowhere. That's pretty cool. So if he gets to finalize that, fingers crossed, then it will be cool. So here he is, playing engineer. Who would have thought? And he's going to be playing here on King of the Hill Viaduct, which is one of the better maps. I think the pro version is better, where you have an opening on the left side. Like, it's like an opening where there's a wall here, and it's like a little hallway, an additional flank. But right now, this level 1 mini sentry, which is the only level of mini sentries, is covering the entire point and all the flanks, which is kind of a bit too strong. That's why the path exists on the other map. So his sentry hasn't been able to get many kills yet. He goes and gets a kill on a dude. And then assist on that. He saw a spy, so you saw the spies going back, so you know that soon he's gonna be fucking with your teleporter. And there he is, and he's very careful to not stand on it, because he might come through and looking for a telefrag. And now he has 3 revenge crits, and he's like, no, don't put it here, and the engineer goes, oh, you mean like right here? So, there you go. So this is a good positioning choice by him. So he goes in, hits, like this is a good use of this weapon. Hits the soldier, it hurts the heavy's busy with the gun. And then the gun gets destroyed, and now he has more crits. And he misses, but that's nothing to worry about. He did use the mini sentry quite effectively, and now he has the pistol to kind of just finish him off, because there's a soldier here. Gonna eat off a lot of their health, and then he puts the sentry down, flanks to the right side. Good stuff. Allows him to have quite the damage output here. And they capture, and then they win! Top fragger! Top fragger! Top fragger. Cool stuff. So that was some good positioning, basic stuff. So next up is gonna be a guy named Palex. And he got the memo a bit late because he thought the spawn camping episode was today. So let's just go forward to the tick where the cool stuff happens. Alright, so here he is. He's gonna be going forward. He's on attack. He's using the gunslinger. And he has no revenge crits. So here he goes. He watches to see if anyone... Oh, there's a scout. And keep in mind, right now, he has a sentry built. It's a bit further back. We didn't see that, but he has a sentry somewhere. And he's currently shooting. It's very close. You can hear it. And witness this. Gun goes down, he gets crits. Wow, that was so good. Perfect timing on that sentry destruction, and then he can pick off the sniper quite easily. And then this engineer maybe should have used the. Seems a bit indecisive. This engineer's like, well, how do I repair an enemy with the rescue ranger? It's not possible. And then he goes back, and then he captures. And he then proceeds to win the entire round or something. I don't recall what happened after that, but that was a pretty good example of, I guess you could call it like impromptu random crits, where you time your gun so that your gun goes down as he gets the crit, so you don't have to detonate themselves. But that was pretty crisp. It's pretty good, Palex. That's pretty darn good. All right. This wasn't the spawn camping one. This is the spawn camping for real. So this is gonna be a jumping man. And he's going to be taking his teleporter that goes behind enemy lines. So he's a sentry, currently has 1 kill, so that means he's going to get 2 revenge crits. So there you go. He also lost this, so he's going to call out sentry down. And here's the enemy spawn. And he's like, okay. Okay, wait. He wasn't ready. Coming out. Oh. Shoot him in the ass. Yes! All right, we spawn cam to heavy. All right, cool. What do we do? I know, we're gonna... Oh, okay, they're looking for me. Build a sentry here. Then we're just gonna peek. Yeah, we're just gonna grab this real quick. Like a mouse stealing cheese, or like a hamster stealing food in front of a predator. So he's gonna go and steal that metal. He's gonna need some more for a level 2. Ooh, okay, I don't think the demo saw him though. He's taking no chances. He's ready. Alright, are they coming? No. Alright, so he's gonna move this. Put it here. Come out here, he's gonna catch them by surprise. And oh no! Oh, the pyro behind. Oh, we're burning. Ah, I got the health. All right, cool. So now, of course, they found his teleporter, and this medic is gonna just hold the bone saw or the Uber saw and not grab the health despite getting hit, and then run in almost a straight line, and then get killed by Jumping Man. Jumping Man, he's not done. He's gonna stay behind lines, work on this sentry. And completely ignore the other health pack, or the ammo pack that's pretty close, which would allow him to build faster, but that's okay. He's 1 swing away from a level 3, and we're gonna put it here. And we're gonna see the patience get the better of a man. So he's gonna go and look, and he's like, nobody's really here. So, reload. I'm gonna work as bait, I'm guessing. And then he's like, oh, wait, nobody's coming? Change of plans. I can put, oh shit, he's here. No. Oh, this is bad. It's currently building. All right, shoot. Oh no. Okay. And we're gonna need the health. We don't have a dispenser close by. All right, so we got a couple of kills. Need the health. That's a spy. I need sapping. Alright, abandoned ship. I'm gonna get the revenge crits. Grab this. Where's the spy? Alright, he's not here. Alright, good. Could be coming at the back at any moment. There he is! Alright, we got him. Spend a couple of... You gotta spend crits to get crits, I guess. So now we're gonna go even further back from the action, spending a lot of time accomplishing not a lot, but we got the sentry. We're back in action. Jumping man, the man with a plan. It's gonna go in, and then they win because the other team sucks at pushing. And he's also top fragging, sort of only 20 points below the next guy. But that was pretty good, pretty sweet. So next up is gonna be fake coffee, which is Sueru coffee, because nobody can pronounce that. Sueru stuff. Alright, so he's also playing the engineer here on the best map of all, Dustbowl. And he's gonna get a ludicrous amount of kills. So we had a lot of, like most of the demos today consisted of Dustbowl or some other choky map where you just, they were all pretty similar, but this was the one that had the highest crit count. This is gonna work on this. Gates are about to open, and of course, if you ever wondered if like Dustbowl is a fair map, they are coming out of the low ground in essentially one choke. And we have a sentry that covers all of that on the high ground, with only a single pathway up to get it if the spy wants to sap. So demo comes in, and he's gonna pack up a lot of kills. I mean, rack up them kills. So many kills. Okay, so there we go. Just waiting. A lot of kills. Oh, still racking up. Gonna repair. Repair. Yeah, this is fair for the red team. Here we go. Oh, it's a spy. We have 16 kills, or 16 revenge crits. We can do a lot of damage. There you go. So we have 13 left. That's a lot. So we're gonna spend as many of them as we can, because Lord knows if you're being too careful, you're just gonna die. So here we go. 1 kill, 2 kill. Alright, so fuck, we gotta reload. Alright, grab the health back. And, oh, shoot the spy. And oh. I guess you could say the Phlogistonator counters the Frontier Justice, right? Right. Probably not. So the last one is going to be me, and it's going to be Ungorge. So here I'm playing something, and this is sort of what I didn't get a good example of, like cleaning up the last push, like I mentioned earlier, that this was the closest that I ever saw anyone get. So the enemy team is pushing us quite hard, and we tried to get this high ground here, and that's a spy scout comes in. So we repair that, and this gun is going down eventually. There it goes, but I did get a revenge crit, and then they're like, oh, a spy? How about you die? There you go, taking care of that. And then, oh no, a demo! Okay, we got him. Nice. Alright, so build this here. Oh, there's a lot of spies. And spies run faster than us now because balance. Oh, and there we go, butter knifed. And then we died. But we were able to clean up, sort of, the guy pressuring us. And that was the Frontier Justice. So, all in all, it's an unlock that is very situational, and probably more situational than other ones, because it relies on an external factor, which is how well your sentry is doing. Let's say you run the Frontier Justice, but you have a very good team. Your team, let's say, is a heavy, gets a kill, and then the medic heals the heavy, and both you and the sentry shoots it, but the heavy gets the last hit. That means the heavy and the medic gets the assist, and your sentry gets nothing. So, like I said, two situations where it's good, where you just go on the flank, you pick up a kill here, an assist here, and then you go for picks, or you have like the last hold where you clean up after your sentry gun gets destroyed. However, there's other weapons for the engineer, such as the Rescue Ranger, which prolongs the life of your sentry, kind of working a bit better if you're going for sentry enhancement, because this is sentry enhancement, but then counting on that your sentry has been successful and then gets destroyed while you are alive. Because keep in mind, if you're dead, and then your sentry goes down, and then you respawn, you get nothing. So that's kind of the problem. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about what you guys will be doing for next week's show. So I thought about this, and just gonna go for, we've probably done this pretty recently, but it's an interesting one. So I want you to play your main class with your with the loadout you like the most. That is good. That you use when you're like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna use this, and we're just gonna see how you play and send me the best ones where you kick the most ass. And that's it. Cool, great. If you're new, there will be a raffle link in the description below. If you're watching this in the stream, it will be in the stream fairly shortly. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.